Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and we're back with another Total War Warhammer video. Today we're going to continue our mod highlight series, as just today at the time of recording this video, a rather interesting mod has made it onto the workshop. This mod is known as Animals for the Wood Elves by Calm and Normal Time. As you can imagine from the title, this mod introduces a bunch of animals to be used by the Wood Elves. Boars, elks, bears, unicorns, wildcats and more. Why is this mod interesting? Well, a long time ago, back when the Wood Elves were being fleshed out properly by Games Workshop, they used to be able to have a rather large variety of animals within their roster. And yes, you are technically able to recruit animals now, more specifically with Dryker, but this is a mod that affects all the Wood Elves. But let's not waste any more time and jump right in. With this mod, you'll be able to recruit 12 completely new units and 4 baseline vanilla units. The reason I am stating the vanilla units is because some of them were originally only available for Dryker, but now are included in this brand new building chain. This is a 5-tier building, which might seem a tad much in all honesty, but of course it has a total of 16 units affiliated with it. It will take some time to get to the 5th and final tier. Wood Elf growth at the moment isn't really the best it can be, but that being said, there are a lot of different units which work in different ways. You're guaranteed to at least have some use from the lower tier units as you progress your way to the higher tier ones. Of course, in harder difficulties, that might be a bit different considering the fact that of course it's more favoured around archer builds, but if you're playing more of a normal / hard campaign, these units should still be incredibly viable. Of course, all elven factions, including Dryker, will be able to benefit from all these new units. Which works out very well for her, as if you wanted to completely ignore the elven roster, but felt yourself quite limited to just trees, now you'll have a more complete roster. On screen right now are all the units available through this mod, both the uniquely added ones and also those from the vanilla game. We're just gonna check them out visually first, which is why I have the vanilla ones in here too, so they can act as a form of comparison. Many of these units which have been added in through this mod are units which you've most likely seen in other mods. For example, the Wildcats were, I believe, first implemented in OVN Lost Factions. The questing beasts themselves are also from a recently added mod too. What is quite interesting is the fact that a lot of stuff was taken from older editions, either through lore or actual units. Wildcats and bears were usable way back in the day by the Wood Elves. Units such as elks, unicorns and so on were able to be used without having any riders, where you could use these cavalry monsters as their own units back in the Storm of Magic supplement for Warhammer 8th edition. The mod itself kinda serves as both a compilation of various other units through other mods, and also a rather strong love letter to old editions in Warhammer Fantasy. It's incredibly lore-friendly, and all the units implemented in do look really good, let's be honest about that. We're back now with just the units uniquely added through this mod so we can check out their stats. I managed to play for a small while with the mod, and to be honest, all the units felt rather well balanced. Sure, some of them are way stronger than others. For example, the questing beasts can be fairly powerful, but that's why they're a higher tier unit. But there's no unit within this list, in my opinion at least, that was added in with an obvious feel to be overpowered. Let's obviously be clear about one thing. Stat-wise, while they are very well balanced, they're not going to match up against full rounded armies. These are after all animals, and they're not going to match up against a full varied army of Bretonnians or Imperials or even just Elves. However, mixing them up with your current forces could be rather cool, and let's go back to the visual aspect, as I only noticed this as I was recording. Some of the uniquely added units, like say for example the Elks, the White Wolves, and even the Boars, have also got a unit champion added in there. It's nothing that changes their stats or anything, but it's a nice visual addition. Also, I've said it once and I'll say it again, the Wildcats with their little waistcoats are downright adorable. Before we end this video, I'm going to show off a shot of an ambush battle, where I had a complete monster roster charging into an enemy of beastmen. It just looks rather intimidating when the actual forces of nature themselves charge out to meet you into battle. As I stated before, this is incredibly lore friendly, and it's a shame that we never had a proper implementation of Creatures of the Forest in the vanilla base game. Thankfully, however, we can depend on modders, as they will always look towards adding units that have not been added in officially. If you're potentially thinking about starting a new playthrough for the Wood Elves, but don't want a complete overhaul mod and just want something more lore friendly, then this might be the mod for you. I honestly do recommend it, it's very fun, and it's something that I'm going to enjoy playing myself. Even if you're not going to play as the Wood Elves yourself, this could just add a bit more flavor to the armies that you'll potentially be fighting against when you eventually decide to invade Athaloran, as let's be honest, even with the new content patch, the Wood Elf armies are generally still very samey. If you would like to try out this mod, you can find a direct link in the description below, and as always, if you know of any mods that you might want to see featured on the channel, you can always suggest one in the comments below, or might I suggest joining the official Great Book of Grudges Discord, as it is much easier to get in contact with me. That is also linked in the description below. But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description section below are various links to different social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Discord. Also in the description section is an affiliate link with Element Games, where you could buy loads of hobby-based products, not just Warhammer, for 10 to 25% off. Making a purchase using that link and also our special code, which is also in the description, supports the channel at no extra cost to you, which we think is rather cool. A big thank you to our patrons. Your support means the world to us. It's amazing that people want to help a small channel like us grow and get to a higher level of content. A big thank you to Gibraltar LUSC, Ryan Bertsche, Andrew Prince, and Okro for subscribing to us at our Fane level. You guys are super cool. And a big thank you to Edward Yule, VS Vasan, Aaron Whitman, and Shaggy for subscribing to us at our King level. Honestly, we can't thank you all enough. And lastly, a big thank you to all of you for liking, sharing, and commenting on these videos. Honestly, it's because of you guys that the channel's been growing at such a great pace lately, so we can't thank you all enough. But with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching once again, and we shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.